Hey everyone, welcome. This is Shay. Welcome to Feeling Man, and this is a Christmas special. It's 25th of December. I wish you a Merry Christmas. And I want to apologize for a delay in the video because last week I was supposed to upload, but the Feeling Man had to feel some things. Okay. But anyways, today we're going to talk about something amazing. Today the topic of the video is we are more than our stories. Right, and I've got this tribal chief at the back for a reason. Because ever since humanity started, the only way we learn how to communicate first and pass on knowledge is through stories, right? And I love stories personally, and everybody loves stories, and the whole content game where people make videos is about stories, because facts tell, but stories sell, right? People love hearing stories, and it really helps us understand an idea, something that happened in our life. If you get an analogy somewhere, it really helps us sink in and heal that part of ourselves. So stories are powerful. But just like any other thing, there's a double-sided sword, right, for stories. Stories help us make sense of what our life is about. Like, for example, where I grew up, I had a certain story about who I was. Like, how much my parents... I didn't grow up in a really well financial household. And there was a certain story about lack and not having enough growing up. And things have gone well, God's grace. But as I grow up and I go more onto my journey, I realize that the stories I tell myself about who I am keeps on changing as time goes, and they keep becoming a little bit better and more expansive. So maybe the story started with a lot of limitation about what I could do, how I was not good enough. Any of you guys can relate if you tell yourself similar stories about if I don't do something, then I won't get loved. And we learn that in our childhood with parents, and it's all unintentional. Nobody's fault, but we learn how to know about who we are through what people tell us, right? So I was told I have a name. You were told you have a name. Who your parents are, where you grew up, where did you go to school, what do you do for work, how much do you make, who you're married to or who you're dating. All these things are pieces of information about who we are. But it's like having a house. Imagine a house with infinite floors, and we're just on the first floor. And that's where I found that as I grow old, I realize that what I know about myself keeps changing every single day. As we grow old, every single day we get to learn something new about ourselves. And you guys will relate with that. And as time is changing, the last 2 years, the speed has increased. So the reason for the video today is the stories we tell ourselves can help us empower ourselves, or at the same time limit ourselves. And we are the author of our stories. We have ultimate, complete control of what we tell ourselves, what is true about the world. Because inherently, nobody actually knows what's true about the world, right? It's all a point of view. It's all an opinion, right? And we have the right to have an opinion about who we are. But I found that early part of my life, most of what I thought I was and I know about myself is something I really know, and I was so sure about it. But I did some mistakes, just like everybody, and I failed a lot of times in my journey. Going to a foreign country, trying to get used to a new culture, learning how to work in university, get a better grade, work alongside, figure out the financial situation in the world. How can I get successful? All these things required me to keep expanding, and I had to keep expanding my story. And I'm pretty sure you guys can relate that the problems you had when you were 13 was based on a certain story of who you were. Right now, if you're 20, those things are gone because the story now you have about yourself is something different. But there's a catch here. As much stories are crutches that help us make sense of life, they can also limit our life. Because at some point I realized that everything I know has been told to me by someone else. And that's just the first floor, the basic details about who I am. There's so many more levels to me. And you listening out there, you are deeper than just your name, what you do for work, just a human being. There's more levels, more depth to you. And the more deeper somebody can meet you, the more you feel connected to them. And that's the goal with these videos, that I can connect with your heart and help you empower and awaken your true core of who you are. That's the goal of Feeling Man, to find our authentic voice and heal the hearts and get the confidence to walk on our unique path in life. So just an exercise, I invite you, just like I invited myself in time of crises, any time I fail, to look beyond what I know about myself right now and discard everything I know about myself for a second, to go into a space where I'm curious to know who I am, not sure and bored and stuck on what I know about myself, but there's a new sense of curiosity that maybe I don't know about myself as much as I think I do. Maybe there's more depth to me, and that is the start of a different kind of a way to relate with our hearts. That's the start of a spiritual revolution in your heart, and that's what I wish for you guys. So in stories, anything you know about what is going on in the world that troubles you, or anything you know about who you are that makes you feel like you're not good enough, or you can't do a certain thing, or everybody's doing better than you, or any of those thoughts, I invite you to look. What is the story that you're telling yourself? And is that really true? What if it wasn't true? What if whatever you're telling yourself is not true? Then what is true? Then you look for the truth, about who you are, and that's how we get to know ourselves. So any problem you have with a person, imagine any person you have a problem with. Somebody broke your heart, somebody ditched you, somebody cheated you, somebody didn't treat you nicely. The real thing that really hurts you is not the action of the person, is actually the whole encounter and how the story is playing out in your head. That is causing you pain on a daily basis. Even though the event happened far back, you're still living the memories of those. And December is a perfect month in 2021 to release these stories, to question these stories, to find out, hey, listen, what I think about my family, or a person in my relationship, or about who I am, or what life is about. Maybe all that is just 2% of the picture. Maybe there's 98% that I don't know. So I'll leave you on this one, right? Anything you know, you already know, right? You already know that you know something. Right? I know my name. I know where I live, my address. Anything you don't know, in a sense, you still know that, hey, listen, I don't know that. I need to look and learn about that. But that's literally those two angles of what you know and what you know that you don't know and you need to learn. There's a bigger, much bigger part of the picture, which is stuff that you don't know that you don't know, which is stuff that we've never looked, is beyond in our blind spots. And that's where the magic is. That's where sitting with that question about finding myself beyond what I tell myself I am right now is the start of growing yourself into something that you really are. Not what you have been, not what you think you should be, but what you really are comes from finding that quiet place within yourself and asking and questioning all the stories you have. If you feel you can't do something, ask yourself, where did you learn how to doubt yourself? Where's the first time you learned how to doubt yourself? And is that really true? So I'll leave you guys with that. This is Feeling Man. If you're someone who's looking to connect to the deepest core and find out the authentic, powerful version that can create something amazing to help other people and grow your own life, get that ultimate feel-good confidence in who you are, then you're the right spot. Follow us on, subscribe to our channel, YouTube, podcast. We'll be bringing out amazing content now Saturdays, and my goal is to bring some value to you. So sometimes I decided now to every fortnight, every Saturday, to put something out instead of every week. But follow us on Facebook, where we go weekly and do a live session and answer some of the questions. Till the very next time, guys, keep feeling, keep healing. Merry Christmas, and may this end of this year bring you a lot of healing energy that you can let go of all limiting stories that you believe about yourself to find out that you are infinite. Alright, till the next time, guys, this is Shay signing off. This is Feeling Man. Peace.